Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 11th, and I read an article that indicated that President Trump sort of dodged the question about whether or not we were about to enter a recession because of the actions, his economic act. And he said he didn't think so, but it's quite possible we could have some rough moments until things settle down and they reach the position that he wants us to be in. And I'm not sure what that position is exactly because he has changed his mind many times. If you watched him, first he was sanctioning people and then he wasn't sanctioning and he was putting tariffs on and taking them off and all of that. So he's running a very confused economic business as far as I'm concerned. But looking at other facts and other articles, this is what I came across. There are many who believe that we are about to have the most anticipated recession in history because of the sticky inflation that the Fed has been forced upon us, forced to hike and hold until something breaks. And I don't know what could possibly break. And then there is the situation in the middle class and in the poor, where excess savings have run out for those people. And credit card spending can only sustain the economy for a certain period of time. Not very long either. And inflation is still high and credit card rates are at record levels. Now, I don't use my credit card for a lot of things. I have enough cash to do whatever I have to do. But for many people, the credit card is their life. And if the credit card levels and the interest rates on those cards are going up, that's not a good thing. And then, of course, the student loans are sucking money out of people's pockets, averaging about $500 a month for 40 million households in this country. So there is a recession that is likely to begin in possibly the first quarter this year, but the quarter's almost over, so maybe it might begin a little bit later on. But it's quite possible that we're going to have a recession, and then we're waiting for the market to bounce around because it has plummeted in the last couple of weeks. So how soon will that be before it returns to some normal position? Has it finally hit the bottom? Who knows? So if you're looking for the future without a recession, I'm not so sure that that's going to be the way it is. Now, there were recessions in 2022 and 2023 and 2024, but those were minor blips along the road. Now, this recession in 2025 might be the real thing. You must keep in mind there's something facing us like $9 trillion for which there are no economic models. There's a possibility that we have $9 trillion in stimulus packages, but nobody's quite sure how to use that. And the excess savings has hit the bottom for 80% of the households in this country. And excess savings as measured by how much Americans Americans have in their checking and savings account compared to the pre-pandemic levels is just really, really very low. But the rich are still sitting on lots of cash. The rich we don't have to worry about. But the poor are running out of cash. And they started running out of cash in 2022. And credit card companies quickly took the opportunity to crank up the rates on their cards. Something like going from 14% to 20%. And they never lowered the rates during the pandemic. So we have the highest inflation in 42 years that's about to bite us in the ass. So for 3 years now, the median household income has been negatively adjusted for inflation. And that explains why so many Americans are angry, even though the job market appears to be in the best condition that it's been in over 50 years. But let's remember what I told you about the job market the other day. We have no true measurement of the job market because there are many jobs that people do that are not officially jobs. They're not working for somebody. They're independent contractors. And they're doing things, and they don't appear in the unemployment statistics at all. So we're not in great shape. Not as great shape as people would like, and certainly we're sliding backwards right. So I warn you, inflation is on the move, and we may have a few tough months ahead of us. And I am sorry to say that today, but I believe that's a very strong possibility. And so I will leave you with those thoughts this morning. So I leave you with that this morning. Have a great day. Bye.